Guys, we are back. It is like mid 50s degrees out here in the garage. So just warm enough to hopefully paint, but um, still cold enough where it might be an issue. Let me move these cans. Old spray paint. Oh, closer. All right, we got our. Whoops. Hold on, guys. Yeah. This, we got these. Yowza. Yowza. Yowzy yowza. All right. All right. Of course, not either. They're all stuck. Stuck. These are getting all splattered. I can't even see what colors I'm using. They're getting all right, guys. Holy crap. It's not stuck. It's stuck. Okay. Reorganize. All right. Clean up a little bit. Make sure we can see what's going on. Yeah, warm up a little bit. So 2 minutes ago. It's like our camera is angled wrong. How's that? How's that, guys? Let me fix this. Yes, bar. Okay, guys. Well, I did buy some spray paint. Rust-Oleum has this new low odor premium paint. Except it was like $9, 8.99 a can. Better be some good stuff. Or I won't be buying it again. Let's see. Still got the mail. Still got the mail in. Let's put it in front of our heater. Heat up. Hey, Coucho Marks, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the like. I'm assuming you gave us the like. Let me heat these up. Yeah, so it's low 40% lower odor. Um, but I saw it at big box, the big box home supply store. So I figured I'd give it a try because I had never seen it before. I don't have too many colors in this line, but I figured, well, let's try them out. I'll get a black, I'll get a white. This black is a matte black. The white is a gloss white. They also have a gloss black, and then they have like two different blues, two different greens, two different grays. Um, I didn't see like red or yellow, so I'm kind of disappointed. Unless unless the store just didn't order those colors, but I'm assuming eventually if these sell good. Oh, I didn't see this. This is a water-based paint. Interesting. That's even better because I don't have to. I don't. At least I don't think I have to wear my respirator for these. Hey, I'm down with water-based because it'll go. Should work well with all the other water-based paints I have. Hopefully, it says superior coverage. Use on wood, metal, glass, and more. So I'm sure it'll work on my canvases. Very interesting. It says Rust-Oleum low odor spray paint is a water-based formulation designed to minimize odor while spraying. It can be used on wood, metal, not most plastics, wicker, and more. The low odor formula provides a long-lasting, durable finish, making it suitable for both indoor and outdoor projects. Tips: some plastics made of polyethylene, such as plastic storage containers, are manufactured in a way that may hinder maximum paint adhesion. Test paint in a hidden area first. Based on trained panelists' evaluation of total aroma intensity and nasal pungency, 5 minutes after initial spray, when compared to Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch, 2 times ultra cover solvent based spray paint. Oh, it says based on trained panelists. Okay, and so use when temperature is between 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius, and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius. So we're on the low end of that range. Have you ever considered doing a time lapse of these paintings as you create them? It would be fascinating to see how they evolved over time. I could possibly take the video from my lives and do that. Um, so basically, I do the lives to document this since it's tough to like do those. I guess I could do time lapse, but then that means I can't do the live. Or I guess I could set up a secondary. I have I have other older phones that I could use as cameras. So I guess I could set those up as long as they have the storage space on the phone to hold the video. I could possibly do that. And since it's time lapse, it's only taking an image every so often. I guess you can set that too. So yeah, maybe, Caucho, I'd probably do that with like maybe one specific painting. And I'd probably want to do it from the start, the very start of a like a blank canvas. Maybe plan it out a little bit more, like kind of know exactly what I want to do, so I'm not just kind of wasting time. But yeah, I've done some in the past, just not from start to finish. More just like kind of. Usually those are like my digital paintings if I do that. But yeah, I might have some old time lapses, but I haven't gotten around to Um, uh, Trying to edit those or put those together, but maybe. I appreciate the suggestion. I'm not opposed to it. No worries and no pressure, but if you decide to explore, would love to see it. Yeah, I've always kinda steered away from time lapses just because if it takes me days or weeks, sometimes I forget to do. Alright, guys, hold on a second. Sounds like the dog had to go outside. I'll be right back. Yeah. And so you come Lily, come on, you. Let's go outside. No. Oh, you gotta stay inside. All right, Lily, come on. Come on, you. Let's go potty. Good girl. Yeah, you gotta go pee. You gotta go whiz and some. Are you doing and some? Girl. Lily, Lily. You were so silly. Lily, Lily. Not yet. All right. Good girl. Come on, you. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, you. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on, you. Let's go. Lila, where are you going? Come on, you. Yeah, there's no room in there. There's no room in there. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, you. Let's go. Go, you. Come on, let's go. I don't get a whole lot of time, so let's go. Come on, let's go, you. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Come on, come on. Let's go. Good girl. Let's go. Come here. Come here. Go. Chill, guy. Marlo, move. Marlo, move. All right, come here. Move, Marlo. Marlo. Thank you. Me, you clean you up, bud. Uh, all right. Okay. Get back to it. Man, it's such a nice day out for like 50 something degrees. It'd be perfect skateboarding weather. Not too windy. Sun's out. All right. Um, but so I think when somebody calls, it does weird stuff. Hey, Wendy, I'm even in the garage. In the garage. I'm guessing the cat is not for moving. Oh yeah, the cat did not. She likes to like stand there in front of me. She likes to just stand. All right, guys. Let me try some. Let's try some of this paint. Okay. Let's see what this paint has to say. What does it have to say? It looks like, well, it doesn't smell. That's a plus. So, not a good huffing paint. Okay. I was just joking. Don't you guys go making comments about me telling telling people that it's a great paint to huff. Even if it is water based, don't huff paint. Not good. Well, as far as coverage, it's still kind of light. I- if I had, I don't know if I have any like actual Rust-Oleum black, but there you go. Yeah, it has a faint, very faint odor. Like it definitely smells like Rust-Oleum, but it's like really, really faint. Um, there's some drippage, moving real fast. There's some light stuff going on. Um, but that was the black. That's matte black. Now they have a gloss black, but I didn't buy the gloss black. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me try something though. Where's the where's my paper I can blot with? Need some blotting paper. Okay. You know, Omizu for for entertainment purposes only. I wanted to add more to entertainment. I have to make the disclaimer, you know. Sometimes kids will watch this and they talk they hear me talk about sniffing paint and then they hear sniffing paint from somebody else and then all of a sudden now you got a bunch of huffers. I just created a bunch of huffers. Was the 80s was a big huffing period? 1980s? Okay. We got our and we got our sun. Since this was the Helios painting. Hmm, let's see. I almost wish I would have bought all the other colors to try out. All right, guys. Now we're using the oil stuff. Let's where is oh we have this one too. Where's my respirator? Gonna wear the respirator. Hey, Light Star, how are you doing? Can you do a moon next that is a companion to the sun? Um, I guess, you know, I could do like a series of planetoids or something. I have 4 other canvases. The only thing is these other 4 are almost like a suite because let me let me try to because they go together. I can't remember the order at this time, but they all kind of went together. So they're like a quartet. And then I think I had that. Other one, I don't think I bought them all together. I bought 4. Can't remember if I already had that other one. So I feel bad if I take one to use with that one, but maybe I shouldn't be too concerned about that breaking up the core. Oh, we got our friend Huzzah Creative is going live too. But yeah, that is a great idea, Lightstar. Um, I will I will do a I will do a companion piece, and actually, I think since these 3 over here kinda have more brushy stuff going on, and this one has more spray paint, I could take these 3 and they can be a trio or a triptych, and then I'll have these 2 as a kind of a diptych. But, I'll do more on this sun piece and then start the moon one after I, why did I grab this? After I do these 3 here, and I wanted to try shoes. I wanted to try where is my paint? In a moment. I'm gonna gas myself out here. Have you ever made mushrooms on your pictures? Because mushrooms are very popular. You know what? I did of dancing mushrooms, very kind of Disney-esque. Uh, I don't think I have any of those. They're done on small, but they were part of a larger composition, which I did on a smaller panel but never finished it. But I think, you know, I have this large canvas. Oh shoot, which my wood panel was about to tear a hole into. And maybe I could do that, those dancing mushrooms on, or I could do some silk screens of them and then add them to that canvas. Right now, it just has a bunch of random stuff on it and some Astro Boy stuff, but I haven't figured the directions for it. But I should probably wear the respirator for this. Let me add some blue. Gosh dang it, if I can get the cap off. Corey spends his whole day trying to get a cap off. Amizu is a fun guy. Wendy, you have jokes. Wendy has jokes. All right. Oh, there's no cap. You got no cap. How are I supposed to spell with no cap? I have this rolling here. Oh no, it's stuck. Oh darn it. Cap's always clogging up. Probably because it's cold. All right, let's see if it works now. No. Oh, there goes that cap. Let's see. Does this cap work? No, that doesn't even fit. Okay. This was Krylon's Fusion, and I have to borrow another cap. This couldn't even fit. Good. Are you kidding me? Why is not the same brand pen? Okay, that one's not gonna work. Um, yeah, I guess. Okay, we're gonna have to try. We have a couple different yellows. Oh, I'm feeling stuff already. Oh, don't spill the coffee. The most precious thing in the studio. The coffee. Yeah, my sun is melting. Actually, you know what? Let me turn this fan on. Gosh dang, man, what a mess. What a mess. Excuse me, guys. Ooh, ooh. Um, mm, okay. I could do that. I could do that. Hold on, guys. Let me hit this real quick. Okay. Just that was the color I just got done using, right? Okay. Let me see if this fits. No, not all caps are made equal. Not all caps are made equal. Can we get something that actually fits? Okay, this is definitely a fatter cap. Yeah, there we go. Woo! Okay, that is a smelly, smelly thing. But it got pretty good coverage on a canvas. At least that color does. Very good coverage on the canvas. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Yeah, this yellow. Um, I just had a thought, which I think would be super funny, but I'm sure it's already been done. All right. I feel like there was something that got on my hand, but it's like, okay, okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. We gotta get our paint. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, whew. Well, that one got a little bit of paint on it. That's okay. Just a tiny little bit. All right. Hey, Rome Dog, how are you doing today? Whoops. Oh my God, really? Sometimes you think you got good brushes, and then all of a sudden it does that. Wow. Oh, I guess I got just a little too excited. Maybe that was already broken when I didn't even, I already knew that, but forgot. Okay, where's the water? Where is the water? Don't worry, guys. That's not it. That is not it. Oh, I did buy a bunch of new towels, paper towels. So we are we are good to continue making a mess. It's 3:19, so about what did I say? 4:30. We gotta go make late lunch. A late lunch. I'm doing good. Eyes are off today. Does that mean no driving? I got all the skeletons ready to paint. Oh, wait. You got some skeletons. I want to see these skeletons. Post if you want. You don't have to, but yeah, post a skeleton in the community so we can take a look at what you're working on, if you don't mind. If not, not a big deal. I understand sometimes um, things are meant to be kept under wraps until they are actually able to be revealed. Yeah, I'm doing the shitty sun right now, just because, just because. I'm trying to prove. Okay, so on on Emmett's channel, Huzzah Creative, he did a poll. Uh, I said, style is overrated, and he did a poll. He asked all his audience, about 17 people responded. Is style overrated? And of course, I said, "Uh, yeah, style is overrated." That was my question. uh, and the poll revealed that out of his chat, the 17 people, style is not overrated. About 75%, somewhere between 70 and 75% said style is not overrated. And he said, "There you go." And I'm like, "Well, that doesn't change my opinion just because of the poll. I still think style is overrated." I mean, you can have style, but what is style? People are so concerned, especially when they're starting out, that they got to have a particular style, not realizing you don't get style until you've done your craft for a while. Like, I don't even think I have a style. If I do, it's not noticeable to me, but it could be recognizable to other people. And it's only my style because I did it and not somebody else. And other people recognize that it's my work. It could look like somebody else's style. Let's see. Yeah, you got to know the basics. If you don't know what you're doing, why are you so focused on style? Like, you're not going to get nowhere. It's going to be a dead end. You think you have a style, but basically you're copying somebody else who developed into a style because they just kept creating. I don't know if that makes sense to new people, like the new artists, new creators, people coming up, but it seemed like, at least recently, it seemed like style was like, if you didn't have style, you basically might as well give up. And it's like, maybe some people come into their style earlier than others, but I think you have to put in some time before you actually truly develop a style. Oh man, I think I need to. Okay, I don't want to do this too early because they'll start taking too much paint off. I can see some thick paint in here. Okay. Oh, let me try it now. I do need like something with a little bit more water in it. Why do I keep closing this when I'm gonna need it? Okay. Let's see. Style is half blind, sloppy mess. Yeah. Style is not caring about style anymore. That's how I look at it. When you're comfortable with what you do, then I think you might have something. Not necessarily true, but I think once you stop really worrying about, your style, that's when you start to come into your style. Plus, if you don't put any time into your art making, you're not gonna have no style. You're just gonna look like somebody else's work because most of the time you're influenced by the people whose work that you do enjoy. That's why there's nothing wrong with copying, but until you're able to kind of exorcise yourself from that particular person's influence, you'll just end up kind of looking like their stuff. Trust me, I've been there. Who wasn't in the '90s or the early 2000s wanting to be Jean-Michel Basquiat? So you try to do that stuff, but you try so hard, you just end up looking like a Basquiat copier. Even with the sloppy painting, there's a lot of guys that kinda do this sloppy. Oh, 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 on the yellow. Maybe it doesn't really matter because 'cause I'll probably end up doing more yellow over this anyways. That's the cool thing about this oil spray paint. The water-based stuff doesn't always adhere to it right away. It sits on top of it. Okay, let me hit this with the hair dryer. Commander Mark, yo, Rome dog, me too. Commander Mark, Mark Kistler, he's still on. He's still doing his thing. He's got a YouTube channel. If you weren't already aware of it, Mark Kistler still doing his thing, man. Commander Mark definitely uh, helped me to understand space, dimension, line, all that. When I was shit, I can't remember when his show came on, but I'm in my early teens, maybe even before that. Yeah, Commander Mark, The Secret City, dude. I used to watch that religiously. Yeah, foreshortening. He was always about that foreshortening. Oh, he came to your school? Oh, nice. Yeah, I just remember seeing him on good old PBS. Always watching his show. I was probably in I was probably in middle school. I was nerdy like that. I will get a dog, two cats, a fish, and a frog. The family and skeleton. Oh, cool, nice. I did order and shut it down. Oh, I did one order and shut it down. Okay, yeah, got to be safe. You don't want to be Commander Mark Kistler. He had to have been in his mid late 20s. He had a show on public television way back in the 80s. I want to say like the mid to late 80s, and it was a drawing show, and he taught kids and whomever through his show the basics of drawing, like line, space, um, shape, form, all that stuff through drawing like these elaborate cityscapes, forestscapes with various characters, creatures. Yeah, yeah, kind of cartoonish, but definitely, definitely got me on a path to learning drawing better because I would draw before that, but I had books. I had a few books. I can't remember the name of them, but there was some on just drawing little basic things like trains, planes, boats, little figures, stuff like that. I can't remember the artist's name. I was looking him up. I may have a post on the guy in my maybe on my YouTube. If not, I will have to do one. But it was that guy's book, and then Commander Mark came on public television and had his show, and I was watching that religiously and drawing stuff uh, kind of like that, but that was also around the same time as, well, maybe a little bit before, like Willem Alexander and Bob Ross, the two main painters on public television. We had a similar thing over here. He was a senior chap called Tony Hart, and the show was called Take Art. It was really interesting. I might have to Google that, Wendy, and check it out. I'm sure there's got to be some stuff on Google or YouTube. What do I do with my coffee? Oh, there it is. But yeah, yeah, shows like that were very influential, uh, to myself when I was younger. I was okay at drawing, but I used to copy a lot of stuff too. Back in middle school for English class, ironically, uh, the teacher had these extra credit assignments that you could do. Had nothing to do with English language, but they were like little puzzle things where you had this square that was gridded off, and you got an image that was broken up into little squares, and you would have to draw based on uh, what was it, a number and letter grid system, and then you would draw in each little square, and it would create a larger image. And I would always do those because I needed the extra credit because I was terrible at doing my English assignment. So I knew I could always get points for that. But yeah, doing that taught me kind of the grid system. So breaking an image down into a grid, and if I needed to resize it, I would just do a larger grid and then do my image from the small grid, transfer it over to the large grid based on that smaller image gridded off. I don't know if that made sense. Not sure if my son is doing well right now, but I'm gonna move over to the next one. This is okay. This is very, very like you're not very good at graffiti, like bad graffiti. So we're gonna leave that for now. Let it sit, and then I'm gonna focus on these. So what I want to do is reinforce the symbols on these by going over them again in different different colors, I guess. So I am going to use this burnt umber, and you'll see what I mean when I do it, because I'll do the same kind of technique I just did with that blue, where I let the paint sit on there, and then and let whatever dry, and then remove the excess paint. Something I've been playing with for a little while now. So you know what? Maybe I'll add a little bit, tiny little bit of red to this. This cadmium red deep hue, just to give it a little zhuzh up the zhuzh it up a little bit. The word for the day, yeah, the grid. Did you ever do that? Did they have those for you, Rome Dog, like in school? Like, I don't know if it was just my middle school, and this was up in Minnesota and Minneapolis. So I don't know. e- Every state had their own, like, I'm sure, curriculum and requirements, but yeah, it was very strange that an English class had something that was more art related, or but train my hand, train my eye, train my mind. So, the things you get into when you're younger, you really don't know how much of an effect they might have on you later on down the road. As far as positive things, okay. And then a tiny bit of water, teeny tiny bit. Not like I did last time where I splashed it. Yeah, if you don't know the grid system, you probably are somebody that used uh, um, projectors to transfer images, or you just eyeballed it and freehanded it. That's probably the best way to do it. And I know people are looking for a certain result nowadays because it's like, I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money instead of like refining your craft. Craft doesn't get its due credit nowadays because there are tip tricks and tips that you know allow you to kind of avoid certain things that some would consider traps or pitfalls. But that's that's becoming familiar with the basics. It's like, yeah, anybody can run a projector, except for me. I tried using a projector one time to transfer an image, and I'm like, how do you do this? Because anytime I stepped in front of the light, I couldn't see what I'm drawing. Like, this is so awkward. I'm like, I could do this faster if I draw out a grid and just do the grid method. But, to each their own. When the focus is on the end result and not the journey, then yeah, go for the projector. Or nowadays, I see people using VR headsets in a way to transfer their images. Yeah, if you got the money and all that, the access to the tools or the equipment, yeah, go for it. But I think you lose something in the end. Maybe over time using it, you might develop certain skills, but not like if you have to rely upon your own um, brain power. Hey, Napalm, welcome to the channel. It's 3:40, so we still got a good 50 minutes. Yeah, it helped like the freehand. Yeah, I want because people are like, oh, you use a grid. People that can freehand stuff, they're like, oh, you use a grid. It's like, okay, how did you end up being able to um, freehand? If you start out freehanding from the start and eyeballing stuff, then over time, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So for me, I started off with why is YouTube being weird about your name, Napalm? It was like holding Wendy's message saying napalm. Like, whoa, YouTube, chill, chillax, chill a bit. All right, I think I just need a tiniest bit of water, but man, I better be careful. Okay, okay. I need to get like some measuring tools, like some teaspoons or some tablespoons, just to measure out little bits of water, or a turkey baster, so I can suck up some water and just drop it in here. Yeah, I need to buy a turkey baster. That would be awesome. But yeah, don't count the old techniques out just because they're slow. 'Cause the more you do them, the faster you get at them. You might be more faster than setting up a projector or putting on some head 3D goggle or VR goggles or AR goggles, setting your image up. By the time you get your image set up on the wall to trace, it's like, man, somebody could have already been mostly done. All right, we got our brown. Let's add our brown. Let's go to town with the brown. Yep, I can talk crap about um projectors because I failed to be able to use a projector. We're not getting a whole lot of drips. You know, I should have turned this around, this canvas around, so it dripped the other way if I do get any drips. Um, we had a division sign. Yeah, I don't think I had still not enough water. There should be. I need to like slop this paint on so there's some thick and thin areas. That's okay. That's okay. I think we got enough paint to drop in here. Okay, this symbol here, I'm calling my lemon. This is the lemon. This is my symbol for uh the lifespan of a universe or maybe a solar system. Who knows? I don't know. The old lemon. Not all universes timelines are lemons as far as their creation and existence. Ooh, I like that. It's not like a straight line. I need to remember not to get so caught up on trying to do straight lines all the time or having nice clean lines. Nothing wrong with this funky, wobbly line. Taking a play page out of Dondrell Lee's Dondrell Lee Artistry's playbook. Just let the line create itself. All right, here's another lemon. This should be a fatter lemon though. Yep, again, not enough liquidity to the paint. So there's no runs or drips, but that's okay. You don't always have to have drips. As long as it's thick enough, the paint is thick enough for what I need it to do, that is fine. I want to make sure I get enough of this off of here. Don't worry, guys. This thing will eventually become even more hideous. All right. We can wipe this off. Keep your lines tight, thick. How I like my ladies. Sometimes they just end up getting loose. Well, we'll see. Um, Maybe I should have added a little bit more water to this. Last time I added way too much water. Let's see. We'll just loosen it up a little bit. Oh, outside the line. That's okay. Got our lemon. Got our lemon. I can hear the chipmunks in the brush taunting me. I'm sure they want to come in here, see if there's anything to nibble on. Some leftover seeds, bird feed, or something. Well, all right. All right, let's wipe this down here. We'll let that sit for a second. Oh man, there I go, breaking my brush again. He has a mighty fine head of hair. Looks like it could be long. Oh, how long have I been growing my hair? Last time I got a haircut was probably like an actual haircut, not like me just trimming off my ponytail. Um, when I got my job, my most recent job, so almost 5 years. In December, it'll be 5 years. So probably around this time, I think I got the haircut, and it was not quite shoulder length, but yeah. But then I end up going through this weird phase, my hair being a weird length. So I hate that. So I just let it be. But I was thinking about trimming it down to the tiniest little brush of a ponytail. Because right now it's right down to my butt. My hair is as long as it was, well, relatively, because when I was a child, it went down to my butt, but I was not as tall as I am today. So It says, "Cool, I had 21 years before you cut yours in 2019." Was it hitting the ground or was it close to the ground? That's quite a bit of time. I've gone long, long periods of time of letting my hair grow, but this is probably the longest I've had my hair. So yeah, it's probably a good 2, 3 feet. Well, I don't know about 3 feet, maybe 2.5 feet, or maybe 24 inches. I don't know. I haven't measured it. Almost. Yeah, I've seen some folks with their hair like that uh long, and I'm just like, how do you not trip over your own hair? And that's got to be really, like, really heavy, like a lot of weight. But I mean, whatever, we each deal with whatever we want to deal with. So always kind of preferred longer hair just because I'm lazy and I don't want to cut it. I don't want to go. I don't want to spend the time to go to the barber, have them cut it, and I hate if I cut it really short, like really short. I end up going through a Chi phase where my hair looks like a Chi. I don't know if anybody remembers those little dolls. It's like the original Labubu Chi. F your Labubu. That's a Chi, bruh. Yeah, dreadlocks. That's why I figured napalm, because it's hard to do the long hair. Man, brushing that shit out takes takes a lot of time. Oh, I need another. Yeah, you remember those Rome Dog Monchi cheese? They had a cartoon and everything. Let's see, Wendy, you said I'm having visions of that person in the Adams family, a little person with a yeah. If I could get my hair to do that, that would be sick. Just you couldn't see me at all. Just like just like you look like a ghost, but you're just all hair. No, I could probably get it around. I have a lot of my hair, I could probably get it to fall, maybe looking like the chick from, the Japanese horror film, uh, oh, what was it called? The Ring or something like that? Me looking like the girl from The Ring. It is 4 o'clock. We got about 30 more minutes. I'm hoping I can get these other 2 panels. Let me take off our sun painting. Um, it's gonna chill. Our sun's gonna chill for a bit. Um, we'll keep working at it. It ain't done. It isn't done. Don't worry, guys. It's not done. It'll probably go through some phases before it it settles on a particular look. No, come on. I need longer screws when I do these gallery wrap canvases, but we'll keep the sun going. Maybe I'll do a snowflake too. That would be kind of cool. I could do the moon, do something based on the weather. So a snowflake, uh, the sun and the moon. We'll just stick with those two for now. Ba. Do we do this one next? Since we're doing all the drips the same direction, I'm not gonna rotate this around just yet. If I do another batch of symbols, because I like to, you know me, I like to layer stuff. Everybody wants to see me do a graffiti piece, right? Do my name. That's how I got my. That's how I got Omizu. It's my writer's name, though I'm not much of a writer. Oh, you gonna do me like that, huh? Is that how I got to do brand new screw holes? This is weird. Oh, I must be going. I thought I set it for 4:30, not 4. I swear I set it for 4:30. I want to at least um get these done. Oh, hair dryer. All right. So our next step here is I'm gonna do the blue. I like that blue. Where to go? And that's our purple. That's our green. Where'd the blue go? Is it this one? Cerulean? Is that what I used on there? On my yeah, I think the cerulean. I am gonna use the cerulean on here. So get ready, guys, for the blue. You said Amizu has as long as you don't cut your hair like the trolls, a toughy piece on top. Yeah, my hair might do that if it's the right length. T has long hair. Oh yeah, T does. Nud is my artist name or was. Oh, NUD? Man, that would be pretty easy to throw up. Hey, what's going on, Travis? TBG, yeah, Tiny Brush Gang. I am not using the tiny brush today, though. I'm using this normal size, except it's a piece of crap. Probably bought this at Michael's, thinking, oh, this is gonna be a decent sized brush, and then this is what happened. Boop. Just like my tiny brush I was using that one day. But good to see you in the chat, Travis. You about to go live? Got back from work, about to go live. Um, yeah, it keeps trying to hold Napalm's name every time you guys shout him out, which is weird. Like, is that some kind of derogatory term or something? Napalm? Can't use napalm. All right, we might need a little bit on this. Um, don't worry, guys. I think because it's cooler outside, like mid 50s right now, the paint might take a little longer to set without a hair dryer. So I'm not going to hit it just yet with the paint removal. Not painting today? Oh, okay. Hey, nothing wrong with taking a day off for yourself. You have earned it, man. You put in quite a bit of time just this year. It's inspiring me to want to finish my paintings. All right, let's see. I don't think it's runny enough. Just a tad bit more of the water. There we go. Oh, damn it. Of course. Yeah, I need that turkey baster. Man, this is gonna be running all over the place. I don't know if it's thick enough. Man. Oh man, dude, I gotta put more paint and shit in it. More medium, more paint. Gotta get gotta get on your Jason Bourne. Okay. All right, napalm. Uh-oh, your flag. Yeah, it's flagging your name. YouTube thinks it's offensive. All right, I think I got the right consistency to do this. It'll definitely be a lot more runny than the brown. Um, but let me get this. I'm gonna move. Of course, I didn't move this canvas. There's a little bit of brown drippage on it, which is okay. That's okay. Don't want my water too hot. Now that's how you do a circle. Bam, just like that. Two-part circle. Don't mess around. Don't mess around. Got my little PlayStation symbols going on here. As old school Dave pointed out the other day. Actually, I want to start like my triangles going in different directions, just like the arrow keys. Bam, there you go. That's a circle right there. How accurate it is, I don't know, but we need more paint in there. Not dripping really well. Not dripping really well. Got our X, got our multiplications, we got our additions, we got our divisions. I don't know what a vertical equal sign does. Here's our division sign. And then this weird thing, it's just like horizontal with a vertical in the center. It uh, could be like a square symbol, or here's our here's our moon symbol, or crescent moon, and then another square. Should have did a diamond, but I repeated a few symbols. No worries. We do have a lot of this blue though. I might have to save some, at least go over these. Whoops. All right, there we go. We still got some of this blue. Um, I can put it in this little container here for now. Or let me do a clean one. We got this one that's a little cleaner. Uh, Thanks everybody for the likes. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in chat and saying hello, hanging with me. I appreciate it, guys. Watching paint dry isn't always the most exciting thing in the world. Yeah, if I can get some paint on this brush off of here. People want to see things happen a little bit more quickly than what the reality is. Painting is not always a quick process. That's why I enjoy it. One more like. Thank you, passerby. I appreciate it. You're always so generous and kind. Uh, you know what? We definitely need a little bit more trolling from you, though. I'm not seeing enough trolling in my chat. You want trolling? Yeah. Yes. Give me your best shot. I could take it. I'm a big boy. Hit me in the feels. Sometimes I get the rage baiters in in some of my earlier streams, but I know they're middle schoolers. I know those middle schoolers. They're the worst. You know, they know how to they know how to find that they know how to find the target and hit it. We back to haircuts again? Trolls, yeah. I don't know if I can help with that. It's not my nature. That's okay, passerby. I'm just joking. We'll save that for the real trolls. I mean, it's kinda hard to troll myself. Alright, I think we got that. Oh, shoot, before anything, oh, man, that's dirty water. Let me put that in the dirty water then. Put my phone there in the dirty water. Let's put this paint up here, you know, step in it like we did last time. Alright, almost let the brown go too too much. Let's see. Alright, guys, here we go. The the unveil. That is that a word, unveil? It's not a reveal, it's an unveil. Maybe I didn't let it go long enough. Okay, we'll dab. We'll dab it from now on. I lost some of that egg. Alright. This is why I needed that enough extra box of um shop towels. So who knows if I'll get around to opening that before it gets too cold to do anything out here. Yeah, the bottom bits, we lost some stuff. Top bits, a little bit more to see. Think one more. Actually, I should vary the order I lay these out so that when it goes to dry, the ones that at the top aren't going to be the ones that necessarily show. more, but that's okay. That's okay. For some reason, this one showed a little bit, left a little bit more. These ones in the middle, probably because of they had a little bit more liquid to them. Well, that's that's okay. I'll take that. I'll take whatever it gives me, I guess. I do think I need to do another overall coat of something, kind of push it all back again. Let me do one more towel. So I can do it around. Is this the shabby chic look? Yeah. As far as paintings, I was gonna troll Travis one time, and then I realized I knew him personally. Nice. Uh, pass. Okay, let me go back. Passerby says, "I'm fine with fucking around with trolls. Kids will give people the business." Yeah, middle schoolers are the best. When I would, uh, when I was skateboarding and going to the skate park a lot, it was always the that age group that would just lay into you or lay into each other the most. Hey, Sabrina Suburban Garden, welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for joining us. PlayStation Live Dave. Woot, feel good. Yeah, PlayStation Live is brutal. Time to get baked. Woot, feel good Friday. Oh, are you off work then, passerby? I'm assuming this is like your late evening time. In the early days, someone cloned my account and did troll Travis, and he blocked you. Are you just saying that, Napalm? No, I'm just kidding. Back in the garage. Hey, old school Dave. Welcome to the chat. We got a little bit more time to goof around. Um, I am gonna hit the let me switch out this painting. I don't know, the brown might have not have been dark enough. Let me hit before I spill everything, let me hit this with the hair dryer first since it's already plugged in. Don't get electrocuted. Okay, now we'll take that off the wall. The other one up and bend my prong here. And we'll let this one be. Put up this other one. What should we use? What color? I was thinking of this green. I got this green This nice bright green would probably be nice. I don't know if that's too much, too Christmassy. There we go. Or I could use the blue I have and mix that into a green. But I would need a lot of yellow. Mm, rinse out my mixing palette. I spilled a bunch of water, I guess, too. That was around the time when YouTube first started live streaming. The count cloning trolls were out of hand. Yeah, people getting bored. They're probably all like teenagers or something. They're all bored at home, got nothing to do. Let me uh let me see if I can do this. Oh, school Dave, what's this? Was your clone gay? You never know. You never know. All right. So let's see. I used brown. I got blue. I used a little bit of red in that brown. So let's do. I might. So I got this light green light permanent, but I might add a little bit of yellow to it just to make it a little bit more green or yellow. Come on. Gay Dave's oot out there. Haven't seen him in years. What? You had a clone too? Old school? I must have missed all that. Unless there is a clone out there of my channel. Travis blocked you and you had to tell him it was you. Ooh, nice. I like this green. I like it more than the green light permanent. Okay. Spoofing still exists. Still the number one way to infiltrate. Yeah, it's tough, especially if you're not paying attention. You think, oh, this is my guy. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, nope, this is not my guy. Yeah, I'm always getting these new friend requests on Facebook from people. I'm like, we're already friends on Facebook. And then you go and you look at their profile, they got nothing on it. And I'm like, are you starting up? Did you get hacked? You're starting a new page or is this for real? That's why I rarely do anything on Facebook anymore. It's like, I don't know who's real and who's not real. All right. I think we got the right consistency for this mix. So let's go at it because I'm gonna have to go make lunch. Late lunch. It's like dinner time for some people, but it is our late lunch. We're gonna do hamburgers. I'm gonna make hamburgers today. Oh yeah, that's a nice green. That is a nice green. This is like almost like Kermit the Frog green. This is getting froggy with it. It's what they call Kermit green. It's not running though. Of course, I didn't put enough on there. Come on, guys. All right, come on. Start dripping, man. I gotta have to put some water on you. There we go. Yeah, get a lot of paint in there. There we go. There's that drip. Come on, paint. Start doing your thing, paint. Sorry, guys, if I'm in the way too much. I should set up the camera so I get like maybe more of a three-quarter view of the canvas. It always looks distorted though. Like that's what I had going on with my one canvas. I always just look so distorted. We got a plus going on. And percentage symbol here. I know we could use all this green. Come on. All right. I think that's about as much as I'm gonna be able to get on there. And let's see, we're gonna do. It's hard to see good paint go to waste. So. All right, that's probably good enough for that. Can't save all the paint. Can't save it all. Okay. All right, guys. What time is it? Oh shit. It's already 4:37. I actually don't need that fan on anymore. Oh, the devil. Let's see. Built your own Bitly link. Napalm, that was like an optical illusion that. Yeah, that is. Yep. I had to look twice at the spelling. Hey, Logan. Sorry I missed you. You remember me from a long time ago? Rum Dog says I'm setting up. Never clicks link, Wendy. Yeah, always double check, triple check. The devil. I like green. Yeah, green is a good color. It's pretty thick on there right now. Let me I like mirroring the green. Oh man, I got that blue, but I don't know what to do with it. Okay, guys, let me don't electrocute yourself after you put your hand in the water. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need corn anymore. All right, hold on, guys. I better do that blue one. If I don't do that blue one, it's gonna be all dry. Let me move my sun panel out of the way. Thanks. I love that green too, man. I don't know something about that green. Oh, Kermity green. All right, guys. Gotta be real gentle about this, and we don't scrub away too much. But I want that background really reveal its original intensity. Now this one, yeah, this one got a little bit more leftovers compared to that gray one. I think maybe if I would have did straight red instead of brown, it would pop out. Not that I can't do that again. We can try that another session. But once I do the green, I'm gonna sign off because I gotta get going on the food. My wife's probably like, "Where the frick is this food at?" She said, "As long as we don't eat by 6 or at 6 or after 6." So if I can get this going here, we won't be eating dinner too late. Thinking we'll do like salads for dinner, something simple and easy to put together, especially having hamburgers. Yay! All right, we got the blue. We got our blue in there. We got our blue. Let me hit this green some more. Green. Yeah, I'd have the space heater. All right, napalm. Oh, and Wendy's leaving. Got to get off the bed. It's 22:45 on beat. Thanks for the entertainment. You're welcome, Wendy. Have a good sleep. Catch you again here soon. Have a good night. See you next time for some more antics, garage antics. Whoop, scraping, scraping the camera surface. All right. I hope I gave it enough time. I hope I gave it enough time. Hold on a second. It's not even aimed right. There we go. Should be aimed better now. Oh, we'll see. Sometimes you rush things and might be good, might be not good. Well, the paint is definitely thick, a lot thicker than uh, before. All right, we need some new paper towels. Okay, a little bit more water. Thanks, guys, for the likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying watching my process. So, right now, all this is just kind of me experimenting with technique of applying paint and removing paint. So, uh, when I have like, I already have like tons of other ideas of like what to actually draw. Right now, the symbols are just kind of placeholders for other imagery. Like I could do some flower paintings kind of done in this. So I have these huge canvases that are off to the right, and they've been kind of lingering in the garage for some years. Just not quite sure what I wanted to do on them. I added some layers to them, so they are kind of in progress. So it has a start, but through doing these smaller panels, I kind of figure out different ways of creating a surface and then adding stuff onto it. So who knows? Maybe I'll continue with the using the symbols and stuff. It's not the first time I've used symbols and letters, numbers in my work. But this particular way of uh, applying it to the surface, that is kind of newer to me, even though I've done techniques similar to this when I was younger. Just didn't know how to utilize it or how to expand on it. Okay. Well, I like the white underneath it, and the green is very opaque. It has a nice uh, intensity, color intensity to it, and it's pretty thick, so it sits on the surface nicely. You can tell there's paint there, but who knows if it gets covered up. But that is going to be a wrap for this session. I don't know if I'll get on again tonight out here. I'm hoping I'm hoping for some decent weather for the next couple of weeks because I know by the time November rolls around, probably gonna be too cold to be out here. The paint just won't dry well. And but whatever I got here, I can take inside and continue working on. I just won't be able to do a whole lot of like the messier techniques, but that's okay. That's okay. I could still scrape um, and stuff like that. I just don't have like the room I have out here. All right, so that is it for today's session. We did start the sun piece. Uh, it was recommended to us um, to do a moon by lighter. Jeez, now I can't remember the entire name. Thank you, old school Dave. Definitely dope. Create. Thank you, Napalm. I appreciate it. Cool. Ain't no joke. Oh wow, yeah. Like these canvases next to me, I have some 5 foot by almost 6 foot. So to do this on a larger scale, just I don't know, something about larger canvases that just you can step back from them a little bit further. Like the smaller ones are nice. They're little appetizers or hors d'oeuvres, but then you see the large canvases and it's just like it fills your whole view. It's a pretty amazing experience. All right. Well, I don't know what to do with my blue here. I don't have a cover, but let me turn this off. We're gonna get it wrapped up. Let me give you guys a sneak peek. Whoops, come on. At what it looks like so far. I think of some more symbols and stuff. I was thinking of throwing in some Japanese characters, kanji or katakana, since I've been studying a little bit. Yeah, it's got that worn look, like it's worn over time. So I should probably zoom out. That all those layers of paint. It's got that stucco almost kind of look. I, man, something about I don't know. I've just been gravitating more towards like chunkier painting, but building them up. Yeah, the texture is what gets me. Like a lot of my earlier paintings, like I always wanted smooth, especially if I'm doing imagery, like specific characters and stuff. This guy is still somewhat flat. You can see the spray paint. Even the spray paint, when I dabbed it with the paper, it's got like a. When I finish that, it ain't gonna look like that. And this guy, yeah, I might do the red. So I'll flip it. Maybe I'll flip it over and have it so that the red is stronger on the upper these upper characters than down here. Kind of reverse what I did in the brown. And I think that red will make that really that gray kind of pop out. But yeah,